evening and welcome to the News Hour. I'm Madhadas Gopalakrishnan. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday the central government set a record of sorts with over 88 lakh vaccines being administered on the first day of the universal drive as far as vaccination is concerned. But no sooner than the government had completed this drive that we saw today in the morning, Rahul Gandhi held a press conference. He had lambasted the centre's move, saying that this is nothing but a PR and a publicity drive. Now the BJP hit right back at the Congress leader, saying that several Congress-ruled states had been laggards when it came to vaccine administration and spoke about the track record of several of such states. Let's take a look at those reactions coming in.
Vaccination is really the only answer that we have to COVID. It is the central pillar of our strategy. Yes, good work has happened yesterday, but this is not a series of events. This is a process. And we have a humongous task in front of us.
कभी कांग्रेस शासित राज्यों में जाइए और वहां किस प्रकार की परिस्थिति है, वहां कैसे वैक्सीन प्रॉफिटियरिंग हो रहा है पंजाब में, वहां किस प्रकार से वैक्सीन वेस्टेज हो रहा है राजस्थान में, किस प्रकार से वैक्सीनेशन सही तरीके से नहीं हो रहा है छत्तीसगढ़ में। आप वर्चुअल से निकल करके रियल ग्राउंड में जाके समीक्षा करिए राहुल गांधी जी।
वैक्सीनेशन इज अ मस्ट, और ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग होंगे जिनको वैक्सीनेशन के बारे में सही इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं होगा, जिनको वैक्सीनेशन से डर होगा, डिस्कंफर्ट होगा, मगर उसको बहुत आसानी से करेक्ट किया जा सकता है अगर आप सही इंफॉर्मेशन दें।
खुद ही राहुल गांधी ने कहा था कि प्रधानमंत्री जी को पहला डोज लेना चाहिए ताकि लोगों के मन के अंदर से भय और भ्रम मिट जाए। तो उनके ऊपर भी तो वो कानून लागू होता है, उनके ऊपर भी तो उनकी बातें लागू होती है। अगर कांग्रेस पार्टी ने भ्रम फैलाया है और वैक्सीनेशन आज सर्वाधिक आवश्यक है, तो यह स्वाभाविक है कि उनके सबसे बड़े नेता खुद वैक्सीनेट हो, उसकी तस्वीर डालें, ताकि कम से कम जो लोग कांग्रेस को मानते हैं, कुछ लोग तो हैं ही ऐसे, आज भी उनके कार्यकर्ता तो हैं ही, तो उनके कार्यकर्ता तो कम से कम वैक्सीनेटेड हो जाएं, इतना तो उनका कर्तव्य है।
And armed with numbers, the Saffron Party demolished Rahul Gandhi's arguments. They cited the data of Congress-ruled states as far as vaccination was concerned and spoke about the gap between them and the top states in terms of vaccine administration, saying that the gap was gargantuan. Take a look at these graphics, which will show you clearly the numbers as they currently stand. Now, the difference between Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, 91,000 versus 16,91,967, the difference of 1,756. Punjab versus Karnataka, 94,714 versus 11,21,648, a difference of 1,084%. Rajasthan versus Uttar Pradesh is a difference of 4,46,717 versus 7,25,898, a difference of 62%. Now, this is as far as the number of doses administered on June 21st as far as the CoWIN website is concerned. And this, in fact, let's go right across, in fact, to a bit of breaking news coming in. This is, in fact, former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram who's tweeted. He says, "Hoard on Sunday, vaccinate on Monday, go back to limping on Tuesday." That's the secret behind the world record of vaccinations in a single day. I'm sure the feat will find a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. Who knows? There may be a Nobel Prize for Medicine awarded to the Modi government. Modi hai mumkin hai. Must now read Modi hai miracle hai. This is P. Chidambaram putting out a tweet. Let's go across to Nikunj. Nikunj, the former Union Finance Minister, not losing the opportunity to take a dig at the vaccination record that was, in fact, claimed by the government and the BJP today, saying that it was perhaps much lower the day before this drive took place yesterday, and once again the numbers are coming down in several states.
Well, Madhav, many neutral observers actually through the day have been pointing out at the fact what Mr. Chidambaram, former finance minister, former home minister, has now tweeted some time back. What they are essentially saying is that overarchingly in the period of the last 1 week preceding 21st of June, BJP-ruled states particularly went slow on the vaccination in an attempt to hoard vaccines. And just to create a world record, a certain number of doses were hoarded and were jabbed to the people who were wanting to get vaccinated on 21st of June. And that is why you see that Maharashtra is once again back on the top of the charts of jabbing people, and Madhya Pradesh has slipped quite a few tallies. So quite clearly there is controversy there. Quite clearly the government may have an explanation to explain such things. Quite clearly the state governments of the BJP ruled states can come out and say that they never tried to hoard. But what the former finance minister and multiple other neutral experts are saying, that in the public health policy domain, this certainly can be a dangerous trend, that individual states try to hoard vaccines in an attempt to rush and then to prove that they are far superior than their opponents, not only of the Congress-ruled states, but other opposite-ruled states as well. So that's where lies the nub of the green, nub of the story, and that's where lies the controversy about which both sides have their own facts.
Nikunj, I'd like to thank you for joining us. I think that's a very, very important point that has been made. It will, of course, add to this debate that is currently underway. I'd like to thank you for joining us. And that's a legitimate question that we are asking this evening. Why inject politics into the vaccination drive? That's the point that we'll be debating.
In the news hour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
We go across live to our guest now. Joining us is R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP. With us is Smita Prakash, editor of ANI. Also joining us on the broadcast is Dr. Suman Sriraman, political analyst. Dr. Shantanu Sen, MP of TMC, also joins us on the broadcast, as does Tanveer Ahmed, national spokesperson of the JDS. Let me take across the first question to Suman Sriraman. Suman Sriraman, if I can begin by asking you, the point that is being made here by Sambit Patra is that every time that there is an inflection point, all right, I think we've lost that line there with Sumant. Let me take this question, in fact, to Dr. Shantanu Sen. Dr. Shantanu Sen, the point being made here is that every time that there is a very, very important inflection point as far as India's battle with COVID is concerned, there comes up some kind of controversial statement from Rahul Gandhi. This is the charge that they are making. And they are coming out to say that, is this really, is it really fair at a time when several of the opposition ruled states are lagging far behind the BJP ruled states when it comes to the administration of vaccine, and they are citing data to show that the BJP ruled states have been far ahead in terms of administering the vaccine. Your response to that, Dr. Sen?
See, first of all, fighting COVID by vaccination is not in one-day international cricket game, number one. Number two, the main problem is nowadays, PM doesn't stand for Prime Minister. Now it has become the publicity master. Don't go by the data given for a single date. Let me tell you the fact. The entire country has been suffering from this scarcity of this vaccine since long. You tell me, when the government of India was unable to send their central quota in time, when the government of India was unable to send the state quota that is being purchased by the state itself in time, one fine morning on 7th of June, suddenly Narendra Modi ji came before the cameras and he declared that all the people of the country will be vaccinated free of cost from 21st. Where from he would be bringing that magic lamp that will produce these thousands and lakhs of doses of COVID vaccine? Don't go by the statistics given by a single day. Let me tell you the fact. West Bengal is the state where the vaccination rate is highest in the country. It's nearly 89%. West Bengal is the state where the wastage of vaccine is minimum, that is least. And I can give you the data. It is the data given by National Health Mission. It's not being given by me. Even after that, if you go by the allotment, you will find, despite having maximum usage and highest vaccination rate, West Bengal is being given the minimum allotment, and we are not getting the.
We are on yesterday's data, sir. So let's not. My only request to Dr. Sen is, let's not divert from the debate. The debate is about yesterday's data. Is it just a publicity drive, or is there something concrete that has happened yesterday? That's the debate. You're welcome to agree or disagree, but let's stick to that subject is my request. And I want to bring in R.P. Singh. R.P. Singh, we have Dr. Sen here, who believes that vaccination is not a one-day international. That's the exact term he used. So are we looking at just some, a focused drive that took place yesterday? And is it correct that once again vaccination has dipped in certain states today? Because that also seems to be the charge that Mr. Chidambaram is making. It's the charge that Dr. Sen is also making.
Madhav, first let me just clarify what did Mamta Didi said in April, that she said decentralized vaccine. And then once she was given a charge of that you can procure your own vaccine, she said, hands up, I can't do it. But congratulations to you, sir. If what you are saying is right, I'm not sure about the data, but what you are saying is right, then congratulations to you, because this is not a fight between the states and the center, or between the BJP ruled state or the state ruled by the opposition party. There's not a fight for that. And this is a fight which we have to take together. And let me tell you another data also, sir. This month itself, there will be more than 14 crore vaccine which will be given to various states. And as 21st was the first day, so yes, a push was given. So that message should go, yes, people should come and vaccinate, because there are a lot of vaccination hesitancy which was being built in last few months. And it was being built by the opposition, especially Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, even Rahul Gandhi's party, also Mr. Chidambaram, Mr. Shashi Tharoor. They have all tweeted and put across messages about vaccination itself. I mean, even telling not to use Covaxin. I mean, to the extent even the state governments went ahead and created that vaccine hesitancy, whether it was Punjab or Chhattisgarh. So, but we have to fight this together.
Okay.
And then, yes, we are asking there should be competition among these states who will do better. There's nothing wrong in it. And then center will support you throughout. Once it is committed that, yes, 75% vaccine will come to you free of cost, it will come to you free of cost. But don't play politics into this. If the vaccination is there, for example, Delhi got 11 lakh
let me bring in Subansi Raman on that one. Subansi Raman, Rahul Gandhi says that this is not about playing politics. At the same time, he makes a number of political points and a lot of questions about what was the data that Mr. Gandhi was relying on for that white paper, because several claims that the death toll is 5 to 6 times higher, 90% of the people could have been saved. Is there any data, hard data, to back up such sensational claims?
Okay, Madhav, first of all, let's debunk what you just said. You put out some statistic about the vaccination done yesterday. First of all, it is extremely heartening that we've had 80 lakh doses of vaccine administered in a single day. But this 87. Whole thing clearly has been done
87.
By holding back vaccines over the previous days and also subsequent days. You put out the figure of Madhya Pradesh versus Chhattisgarh, and you pointed out Madhya Pradesh yesterday had vaccinated 17 lakh people versus Chhattisgarh's 91,000 people. Today, Madhya Pradesh has vaccinated 4,794 people in all, and Chhattisgarh has vaccinated 1,02,000 people. So I think it's ridiculous. It's childish to keep making these kind of what somebody did yesterday versus what somebody did today. The point is, we need persistent, sustained high rates of vaccination day after day after day. This is not a one day or a T20 match. This is a test match, and we need to win that test match. You cannot say, I vaccinated 80 lakh people yesterday, so today what happened does not matter. And today you take Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh vaccinated more than 10 lakh people yesterday. Today, Andhra has vaccinated 42,000 people, 43,000.
No, nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that, and you can ask that question of Mr. R.P. Singh. I have no problem. You can ask that question. If Madhya Pradesh has vaccinated significantly lesser in a few thousand, please ask that question. We must debate this. The point is, it must be debated, because this is a very important issue. The only issue is that when it comes to such important aspects, also Subansi Raman, there is unfortunately political point scoring happening on all sides. And I'm not saying that the BJP or the Congress is one or the other better than this, but unfortunately, we have every aspect of a vaccine drive that is politicized.
Yeah, Madhav, let me answer the second question.
Yeah, please answer that.
Rahul Gandhi is not saying that the death toll was 6 to 7 times higher. Multiple international experts who have made projections have come up with this number. So whether it was in the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal or the Economist, various experts from different groups have put together these numbers. So this is not something Rahul Gandhi has pulled out from thin air, and he is his own analysis which could be mocked. Now there is extensive data, including the difference between the excess deaths and the deaths attributed to COVID in multiple states. You would have seen that. which all point to one fact, that there has been a very significant undercounting across states. This is not about Congress state or BJP states. All states have undercounted.
Dr. Raman, it is a valid issue. It is a valid issue. It is a very, very valid issue, sir. But they are projections at the end of the day. You know, can we just take such projections and go with that as the final data? And I want Smita Prakash to come in on this. Smita Prakash, the question that will be asked at the end of the day.
Can I make a small...
Yeah, okay. Let Smita Prakash answer that question. Smita Prakash is Mr. Rahul Gandhi, by making such sensational claims, has he been responsible completely? Are these projections, some of them of course are in very well reputed publications, but should we wait for data before we come out and make such kind of claims? And thereby the entire white paper itself comes under question in terms of how credible really the claims in that white paper are that has been put out by the Congress party.
Madhav, I think the problem to a large extent is that the white paper or the speech, it was said by Rahul Gandhi. If the same had been done by, say, a Chidambaram at a press conference or an Azad or a Kamal Nath, it would not evoke this kind of annoyance and aggravation. But because it's Rahul Gandhi, you see, he says stuff which cannot be corroborated with data. He says he believes death from COVID were 5 to 6 times the official data. He could have said 12 to 19 times. Who's to disprove or prove? Because he's not said it's New York Times like Mr. Raman said. He's not said it is this mathematical model by IIT or it is this by Economist or NYT. He just said 12 to 19 times or whatever, I don't know, 6 times. Now he says 90% of the people who have died could have been saved. Now who gave him that data of 90%? And it is because of oxygen, shortage of oxygen. Was it because of comorbidities, oxygen shortage? We don't know. But he said 90%. Now has the Indian Medical Association said it? Now the point is that, you know, coming across like this, this Shankaracharya of the 21st century, no, you're just a politician. You're not a scientist, you're not a doctor, you're not a mathematician. No one will take you seriously if all that you do is tweet and put out a video. That also he puts out a video. Now if you were a media advisor to Rahul Gandhi, Madhav, what would you do? That the country sets a record, at 9 PM the data comes out. Would you at 11 AM next morning come out with this poo-pooing it? No, you wouldn't. You'd just wait, right? You'd wait for another 12 hours to go by, let the country digest what that record is, and then disprove it if you have to, or go critical. No, in 12 hours you go about it. So no one will take you seriously. Because video all the time. And in the past year, frankly, Madhav, whoever the politician, I'm not just saying Rahul Gandhi, any politician who all he does, especially after the second wave, if all they do is tweet and give these bombastic statements, people are disgusted with such politicians who talk through their hat. They want people who are working in their constituency. It could be just a small level Congress worker or a BJP worker. So long as you've been going around giving oxygen to people, medicines to people, instead of giving gyan on Twitter and giving gyan on YouTube, please work at this. This is something, we need to vaccinate people at a faster pace. Come on, this is something RWAs are doing. What have they done? Have they gone to Raebareli, Amethi or any of their,
or even to any of the states? Sumansi Raman, they may be...
Have they gone to their states and
let me just cite one important statistic. Smita Prakash, if I can just come in here, and ask a question. Sumansi Raman, once again. Sumansi Raman, I'm answering one of the questions that you had raised. Please listen to me very quickly, and I'm just citing the data. You have cited specific states, and that's why I'm citing this. 52,83,730. This is what my team tells me is the total number of vaccines that have till now been administered today. So if there has been a push of 80 lakhs and 52 lakhs is the total number that we have arrived at today, somewhere or the other you have to give credit to the government for having at least started something in the right direction.
Madhav, I think there is a complete lack of awareness about what is actually the need of the hour. The need of the hour is to do it day after day for weeks and months together, for God's sake, not say that we are creating records. The objective of this exercise is to save lives of people to the maximum extent possible. This is not about getting your name in some record books or something. I don't even know if anybody is giving any kind of prize or award for single-day vaccination programs. By the way, China claimed to have vaccinated 2 crore people in one day, and that was reported in the Nature, which is a very reputed publication. So this is not even a world record, but never mind. We must give credit where it is due, and 80 lakhs was a big number. But 80 lakhs in one day does not solve our COVID problem. Today it's gone down to 50. We need to see at the end of June how much more than the end of May have been vaccinated.
Okay. Who claimed that it solved it, Mr. Raman?
Very importantly, if the numbers which have been projected
Mr. Raman, please answer her question.
Agency
she says who's claiming that there was a record?
Politician of the ruling party claimed that it solved it.
She just said it. She just said that.
No, who claimed that they solved it? He said they claimed it that they solved it.
Record. I'm quoting her. Without even giving 12 hours to the nation to digest the record.
I am saying, I didn't say record. I said which. I did not use the word record.
This is like saying that.
Mr. Raman, I did not use the word record. You are misquoting me. You are misquoting me. No, I will not let you get away like this. You are misquoting me. I said you didn't even let the people digest the number. You didn't even let them digest the number. Who said that this is solve it? ये आपका toolkit निकला है क्या? Has a toolkit come out to say that it is not a one-day match and it is a 5-day match? Everybody.
All right. Let me just come in here. Please, let me just come in here. We have one panelist who has not yet spoken. I want to go across to Tanveer Ahmed, a national spokesperson of the JDS. Tanveer Ahmed, the larger question is this. One second, please. That's a relatively less important issue. I think vaccine is too important an issue. Let's not let this debate sidetrack us. Very important question that is being asked at this point of time over here, Tanveer Ahmed, is that certain states have not had as good a track record as far as vaccines are concerned. Some may have had a better track record. But why should we be dragging politics into each and every aspect of our vaccination program? Can't certain things be above politics in our country?
Madhav, they say that dreams are delectable, but reality is quite harsh. Yes, there are certain states which have really done much better, like Kerala, West Bengal, and a couple of states, even Karnataka has really done. But Smita Prakash ji, I need to really speak. Politics is what? Politics is asking questions. Politics is not scoring brownie points like Rahul Gandhi or like Mr. Narendra Modi. Politics is what Suman Sriraman had asked the question. That is politics. It is your right to ask questions. And I want to give some data, Smita ji. In my constituency alone, there are 3 graveyards, the Muslim graveyards. It was 3 times the higher percentage of people really died. But what was it reported? No COVID death reported there on those graveyards. The number of deaths which happened here in India is much larger than it is reported. And second thing, COVID policy, the vaccine policy, do we have a policy? Do we have a policy about how many days? 28 days, 4 weeks, 16 weeks, 18 weeks? We don't have a policy. Now let me finish it off, please, Smita ji. You're a very learned panelist, and I have huge respect for you. And second thing, Rahul Gandhi, you don't want to take seriously, but there are certain people who take Rahul Gandhi seriously. I don't take him very seriously, but his questions are legitimate. Did government really follow the protocol which was set by the World Health Organization as guidelines? No, absolutely not. And the oxygen related which you were talking about, the private parties had to really come. The government said, "Humne haath utha diya, we can't really save the people of this India." The Punjabi Association, the Agarwal Samaj in Karnataka had to really come and provide oxygen. Government had totally failed. What are we talking about? And today we want to say Narendra Modi have done everything.
All right, you have given a number of examples, Tanveer Ahmed. Now let Smita Prakash respond to. I also want to go across to RK Singh very quickly. Yeah, she has taken the name of Smita Prakash, so I want her to respond very quickly.
Can I come in,
yes.
Madhav?
Smita Prakash. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, I'm just coming in very quickly. I totally agree with Tanveer that there were many mistakes that this government did. I mean, the BJP government, right? The NDA government. There were many mistakes, and they can be roasted over coals, and the opposition's duty is to raise these questions and ask them the questions. I don't deny it at all. I completely support it. In fact, what RG recommends, forming a commission to look into the lapses in tackling COVID, absolutely, there should be one. On the face of it, fine. It's just that when RG says it, nobody takes it seriously. Why why does nobody take it seriously? Because he doesn't deliver on anything. His people do, but he doesn't. So anybody jumping to his defense looks silly in doing that. I'm sorry, Tanveer. People in your state, whether it is the Agarwal community, Punjabi community, anybody doing it, and it was the duty of the government.
Smita Prakash, before we go, I have two questions for RP Singh. One second, I have just one question for RP Singh, because the data for 2 BJP ruled states is in. The data for 2 BJP ruled states is in. And Smita, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but I have to ask RP Singh this question before we wrap up this debate. RP Singh, yesterday the total number of vaccines administered in Madhya Pradesh was 16,91,964. Today it is 4,794. In UP, it was 7,25,000. Today it is 21,762. Somewhere or the other, RP Singh, I think the claims that Mr. Chidambaram and they were referred to over here by Sumansi Raman, they are borne out by data. Of course, we will study the other Congress ruled states as well. But since these have come up for discussion, how do you explain the sharp fall, RP Singh? Isn't this a real issue of concern?
Madhav, real objective, the target is 50 lakh vaccine average this month, targeting to something like 15 crore vaccine this month should go. Should be vaccinated. That's the target. And next month it should be 19 lakh, and then 19 crore, then 26 crore, and then 35 crore, and then 55 crore. This is the target till December, and by December 216 crore people should be vaccinated in this country. But Mr. Sumansi Raman, you are quoting New York Times, Economic Times. I remember Mr. Rahul Gandhi also quoted BBC. People have been killed in Kashmir. After evacuation of 370, army has killed people in Kashmir. And you remember that? You keep quoting whatever you quote, BBC, Economic Times.
All right, I think we are veering way off the target. RP Singh, I'm going to request you to stay on with us. I'm going to request all our other panelists, and in fact, thank them for joining us. Smita Prakash, as well as Sumansi Raman, Tanveer Ahmed, and Mrs. Sen for joining us on this very, very important debate on vaccines. We're slipping into a quick break.
The News Hour at 9 will be right back after the break.